Coming up, 2 debates in 2 days. Highlights of the first Beshear-Cameron face-off this week in the Kentucky governor's race.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Kentuckians pick a governor and other statewide office holders 2 weeks from tomorrow. And Democratic incumbent Andy Beshear and his Republican challenger Daniel Cameron faced off in their 4th of 5 debates tonight on KET in Lexington. One of the big topics, education. The two went back and forth when discussing school vouchers that help to fund private over public schools.
Look, more than 90% of our kids are in public schools. Look, parents at home, they want to make sure that their kids are caught up. This governor shut your schools down for nearly 2 years.
We deserve a governor that will answer the question.
Governor
that
Beshear.
will look in a camera and answer the question. I oppose vouchers, 100%. They steal money from our public schools and send them to our private schools. The reason he won't answer is he supports vouchers. He has time and time again, but what's concerning is he won't be honest with you and answer a direct question and look in the camera. You deserve a governor that'll do that, whether the answer is popular.
Why will you not answer the question directly, General Cameron?
Look, I agree that we need to expand opportunity and choice, but this program and policy that I've put forth is about our public school system.
Are you for vouchers?
Wait a minute. You were for shutting our schools down for 2 years.
Well, another hot button issue in the race is abortion. Cameron was once again asked if he personally favors allowing legal abortions in Kentucky in cases of rape or incest. He would not say yes or no, but that he is Planned Parenthood's worst nightmare.
Look, if the legislature brings me that bill, I will sign those exceptions.
But you will not push or advocate for it.
Look, I think that the legislature, if they work on this, I will sign those exceptions. But at the end of the day, I'm the pro-life candidate. Andy Beshear is the pro-abortion candidate.
Thank you, Mr. Cameron.
Over 3 debates, my opponent has been asked this 9 times, and he has refused to look in the camera and answer it once. You deserve a governor who will level with you. So here, let me show him how to do it. I believe that victims of rape and incest deserve options, that there has to be an exception.
Again, here is a governor that when he was in my position refused to defend a 20-week ban on abortion.
Well, you'll have another chance to listen to the candidates for governor tomorrow night right here on WYMT. Governor Andy Beshear and Daniel Cameron have both accepted invitations to the Kentucky debate, which will take place at our sister station, WKYT, in Lexington, and it will be moderated by Bill Bryant. And I'm sure some of the same issues will be discussed. You can watch live tomorrow night from 7 to 8, again, right here on WYMT.
Well, after some sunny and warm weather on your Monday, we are tracking some chilly conditions as we go into tonight. Let's take a live look at those temperatures. Most of us right now in the upper 40s to lower 50s and a few upper 50s in some areas as well. Up to 58 for Jackson, but down to 44 in Manchester, 42 for Clintwood, and 41 over in Grundy at this hour. So we are chilly, but we are dry, also mainly clear, all thanks to high pressure, and that will continue to park itself over the mountains as we go through the rest of this week. So that means we are tracking a stretch of some dry, also some warm weather, but we are not warm into tonight. Those lows in the middle to upper 40s as you wake up and walk out the door on Tuesday. And if you like the weather on Monday, more awesome weather is on the way for you on Tuesday. We stay dry, also mainly sunny and mild as those temperatures top out in the middle to upper 70s and possibly some 80s later on this week before maybe a chilly and soggy Halloween by next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thanks. A man has been arrested after a nearly 8-hour standoff in which troopers say he fired shots. Troopers tell us it started about 8:30 last night at a home in Lawrence County during a welfare check. When they arrived, they say the man inside began firing at them through the walls of the house. Troopers say they did not return fire, instead bringing in a special response team to negotiate. Tear gas was fired into the home about 4 this morning, and the man came out without further incident. Troopers tell us the man was arrested, but it's unclear what charges he's facing. No one was hurt. As we first reported last week, employees at a Prestonsburg store are accused of selling mislabeled vape pens to teenagers. Prestonsburg police say they received 5 reports of teens showing overdose-like symptoms that required medical attention after using electronic vape pens.
Through our course of investigation, we actually had several events happen at the high school where some juveniles had gotten sick and been in possession of vapes.
During a control buy, officers say an area smoke shop repeatedly sold to minors under police surveillance. Prestonsburg Police Department executed a search warrant at the shop, seizing a large amount of product. Charges are pending the outcome of the investigation. Paintsville Independent Schools administrators are halfway through fundraising for a new project. The Paintsville Independent Schools Economic Development Center will give teachers the opportunity to better tailor curriculum to the students' needs. School Board Vice Chair Kay Hall says they want to give students more opportunities and potentially keep them closer to home.
We would love to keep people here. Of course, it just depends on the job, what they're doing. You know, a lot of people were used to the coal. Well, that's gone now. So we would like to have more industry come in, and if we have kids involved that are interested.
The school system has raised $4 million so far. Administrators say the center will be an $8 million project in total. With Veterans Day roughly 3 weeks away, Magoffin County is preparing to display its new renovations at Ramey Memorial Park. WYMT's Jack Demler has more about the new ways Magoffin County is honoring those who served.
Magoffin County is adding to their Veterans Memorial site to pay tribute to those who served our country.
As Judge Executive, one of the things I was looking at doing was trying to enhance our park, improve our park, and we only had an American flag here. And it just came about seeing another place that had all the service flags in a kind of a half circle.
The $100,000 renovations began in the spring and includes flags for the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, and prisoners of war surrounding a monument that honors the veterans from the county.
We decided to, us and a local DAV, to do it with pedestals, if you will, columns, and put all the service flags surrounding the memorial itself.
The project was spearheaded by Judge Executive Matthew Wireman and Chapter 15 of the Disabled American Veterans.
I'm so thankful that it's a joint venture with Magoffin County Judge and the magistrates. They've been so helpful in recognizing our veterans, and our veterans need to be recognized.
A recognition that Wireman says will last a lifetime.
But this will forever memorialize and show our pride in our veterans.
Adding more ways to pay tribute to all those who have served. In Magoffin County, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Wireman says they will have a ribbon cutting during their Veterans Day ceremony on November 11th at 11 a.m., where they will raise each flag to their service song. Earlier today, folks gathered in Hazard to remember Harlan Jr. Davidson. He served in several roles, from education to sports and even the coal industry. Davidson was on the WYMT Mountain Basketball Classic Committee for many years, and Chairman Archie Everidge says he was dedicated to the region.
Harlan spent his life working in the school system. You know, you run into a lot of people over the years when you're in coaching and teaching and announcing. A lot of people heard Harlan announce basketball games for many years and come to love him in that respect.
In lieu of flowers, the family asked that donations be made to the WYMT Mountain Classic Scholarship Fund. Junior Davidson would have been 80 next month. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a push to delay Israel's ground assault to get more hostages out, hopefully, and more humanitarian aid in.
Plus, we are tracking dry and mild weather on Tuesday. Your forecast coming up after this break.